Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Oh, okay. Hey there guys, my name is Blake, also known as The Nerd, and welcome back to another episode of Kirby Squeak Squad. Last time, we defeated Meta Knight and got the other important treasure chests. Well, actually, all of them are important in turns for 100% completion in turns 4. I am very good with my grammar, I swear that is the worst of it. But in this episode, I'm post narrating. Isn't that fun? Especially when you forget your recording or you don't save it or it gets overwritten, I think. One of the 3 options. But overall, when you forget it, it's not good at all. So you're stuck with post-narration me, and hopefully I'll be able to entertain you all. But I did change the colors of, I think, spoilers. It's not this color. I originally thought, hey, I'm gonna try out the white just to show you guys something really cool that can happen. Failed to realize it was actually a different palette. Welcome to Gamble Galaxy. This is the final world. There is 11 chests in total. Yes, I am actually reading the top right corner. Now, getting into 8-1, we're still apparently on Meta Knight's ship when we're doing this. So it is, I don't know, it's kind of cool. Seeing as we're still on the ship hasn't been destroyed. I guess Meta Knight is really on our side for this one. So I guess that's pretty cool that we're on the ship itself. No, there isn't really much to this level except for cannons, which are still everywhere. You'd think that Meta Knight would be accepting of us on the ship right now, but apparently there's some parts of it that is like total a-hole-ish. And by that I mean it's still probably run by enemies. And of course, whenever I'm freaking narrating, some vacuum happens. Isn't that fun? Good times. Good freaking times. But we're not gonna let that get to us. I'm having a blast. I hope you guys actually have been enjoying this whole series. I know it's been a couple drags, especially with like the commentary as to where it was going. I guess it's the only critique that Post Me actually has to say about all the past episodes is that it really isn't the best in terms of commentary. Oh, by the way, do not, when you get to that part, do not hit the bomb or the block past the cannon. Rather jump over it. Otherwise, you're gonna have to deal with that as you're entering the door. But this segment, you get the cutter ability. I don't think it's useful for this segment, especially spoilers. There is no chest here, so... But you can actually cut down the chains. Again, it doesn't really do anything. It's just there for decorations. Although, yeah, okay, I was like, maybe there's an item there, and I didn't even realize. No, not even an item. Not even close. So, either way, it's actually a good ability. I recommend holding on to it, especially the fact that I think, even post-narration me doesn't know this, that it gets useful later on. And I edited this last night knowing that the audio file, the actual original recording audio, didn't even get through. But what is interesting is this segment right here. Basically, hide in the barrels, avoid Gordos. But, of course, you can't actually run away from that Gordo specifically, it's not that hard. But the next one you will need to use the barrel for. Because once you destroy those blocks over there, you need to hide in the barrel and you get yourself some nice, clean damage in your way towards the door. Again, nothing really necessary for the treasure yet. One of the treasures you need to get is actually in this room with the wheels and whatnot. If you have the wheel bubble and use it immediately, you can dash on through. Now with the fire thing, which I think is a cool feature, but it's not really necessary, you can get the first chest. Obviously there's way more, and that's actually an exit to the next segment of the stage, so I recommend going around a little bit, and right there, I thought it'd be really cool and just jump towards the star, but it didn't really work. But I also do show that you can just run on the platforms should you not want to use wheels or you want to save it for later. You can actually do that. So that is really cool. That's really bothering me. I'll be right back. Well, we got that out of the way, or at least I got the destruction out of the way. Actually, that's a really good thing about post narration is that you guys still continue seeing the clip, but I obviously have to stop and pause for those kind of distractions, but it's just a narration. I don't have to really do anything about the clips. Anyways, spinning comes up for our treasure chest. without anything that could actually take advantage of her speed, you'd really just need to chase it down to that little area right there. Otherwise, if you did get the chest the way I did, you would just need to go to the exit before she did, so that you can get out nice and safely. And that's pretty much about it. Now, I can't really remember exactly what's in this chest. I think I'm going to go. Let's see. Battle notes and UFO scroll. Again, I apologize. I don't really not that professional, but I didn't think ahead of time on these, so you may hear clicking, you may not. And that's because I am trying again to get through this thing with few edits as possible. Actually, by that I mean I did actually edit the whole thing. Here's something kind of a jerkish move on Nintendo's part. It's tempting to hit the bomb, but if you forget to jump up, you fall and die. I thought it was seriously jerkish of Nintendo, or actually a Hot Laboratory, to do that. But one of the other chests is in this room where it's darkly lit. I think there's something like this in World 5 as well. Can't really remember, but if you do have a fire thing, you can easily see that there is metal that you can just melt and get that treasure chest that way. Now, what's interesting is the chalk paint. As you can see, it turns Kirby into the grayscale, similar to that of the Nintendo Game Boy. If you didn't have like the green thing on there, it's actually grayscale. And it's, I guess, a nice, well, I don't guess, I know it's a nice tribute to the original Kirby's Dream Land back when Kirby was actually white and not pink as he is today. So it's a really neat detail, especially with a lot of work in the sprite. Just really comes to show that people at the Hall Laboratory can make good work. And make it so incredibly well and make it nostalgic. Especially in like later Kirby games like Triple Deluxe and Planet Robobot. Also, we got a graphic note. But back to the whole thing of Planet... I almost said Planet... Yeah, Planet Robobot and Triple Deluxe. Is that fan service with Kirby games is pretty big. But then again, fan service with Smash Brothers is good too. Just really depends on what side of Nintendo you go to. Like the actual Nintendo, not really, but third parties and other games... Yeah, lots of fan service. So this one, I think it's the coolest thing ever. Just first off, look at the background of this thing. It is honestly one of the coolest things I've ever seen in any Kirby game, period. Just the galaxy spinning around and then Planet Popstar just right next to it. It's so beautiful, it really is. And on top of that, there's like floating water, you know, stuff that you normally wouldn't see in like, well, you could see in like other games, but it's so cool seeing it in a Kirby game. Then again, almost anything Kirby does is really cool, so kudos to Hot Laboratory for thinking of this. Seriously, I can't stop going over how gorgeous this whole area is. I love World 8 so much for the design. And the fact that it isn't really too difficult, especially compared to World 5 and maybe a bit of World 7 as far as we've seen. But still, it is a pretty nice area. I jumped to when I exited that door simply because, well, we've already been there, we've already seen the door, and you need to know what's on the other side. Otherwise, what's the point of that? But open this big box right there, and you're gain access to this area. There's a couple switches, but that's for one up. Hit the first one that you see right here, which I accidentally did because I didn't know whether to hit the boulder or not, and you have your chest. The second one I'm assuming is for the swords guy, and then the third one is for that boulder right there. Either that, or the second one's for the boulder and the third one's for the swordsman. Not entirely sure about that. But that gives us our fourth treasure chest for this episode. There's also Ninja Bubble should you want that. I didn't really have enough room, and I really should have gotten the Ninja ability while it was available after I made room. But then again, I wouldn't have that much room for the treasure chest, and I had to give a Spark Sword, I'm sorry, Thunder Sword. Well, Spark Sword is pretty much the same thing. We do make sparks on the ground with the sword simply by slashing it. It is really cool. And there's one of the other swords I didn't really show off. I think I showed off better in a future episode. Past me will have to correct me if I'm wrong, because not even future me, me editing this, or me commentating right now, can't actually help you with that. But the girl things here, you are supposed to swim, but you can just jump over them, and honestly, it makes it so much better. If you just jump over them, it's actually, on the water, I feel like you go faster in the water here than you do in like most other levels. Then again, it's just me. I think it's entirely just me. But again, I can't get over how gorgeous the water looks, especially here in the world. I know I mentioned it, but it's worth mentioning it again. It is fantastic. like, World 8 could have just been this whole space theme, and we could have just been on planets. But they went out of the way to put, like, water in there. This is like Super Mario Galaxy sort of things before they decided on Super Mario Galaxy. Actually, I think this is still in development when Kirby Squeak Squad was released. I know Mario Galaxy came out in 07. Well, no duh. I'm pretty sure every Nintendo fan knows Mario Galaxy was released in 07. Derp. But the essence of this is pretty cool, seeing it beforehand. Oh, and this guy. If you have any weapons or any abilities that go at a distance, it's easy to get this chest. Otherwise, he does go off the edge, as per usual, every golden Waddle Dee does, and there's that ledge right there. It's got a jerkage that they place it in an area that is required for you to get and progress through. Kind of a shame, really. Now, our third chest is just right after that. I think so far this has been our quickest chest thing ever. But I didn't really have enough room, so I went with the wheel ability. Well, I actually slashed a few bits of the blocks first, then went to the wheel ability and grabbed the chest. Which, luckily, if you have that, it's a really quick way out. Otherwise, you have to face Storo and probably risk losing that chest. Just wanted to point that out. And with that, I need to go back into 100% here and actually show you guys what we get in those chests, which include the secret map, spray paint, which is emerald, and ghost metal. Yeah, that is every single ghost metal, so there is a special ghost that comes out once you get all the medals. But I will be showing that in a much later episode. I think actually in 2 more episodes, so look forward to that. As well as we gain access to a secret area, which I think I go into a previous one, I'm not sure. But that's all there really is to this episode. I know it's really short and I do apologize, but this is what happens when I forget my live narration. I had to go post narrating. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed post narration me. I promise you guys, live narration me, in case you're missing that, will be up on tomorrow's episode. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, despite future me narrating this, then please hit the like button. Also, feel free to share and ring the bell, because I do need more people, honestly. And with that being said, also playlists in the description, and end annotations. Okay, with all that being said now, my name is Blake, also known as the Nerd, and I'm spacing out. Oh, even post narration me makes puns. You're doomed. Oh, also take care. Hey there. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you saw, then feel free to hit the like button and share with people you know. If you're interested in checking out my other work, then click on an annotation. If you really enjoy my content, you can subscribe and ring the bell. It's absolutely free, and it really helps out. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.